Good evening, everyone. Severe Weather Team 9 meteorologist Nathan Judd joining you for this edition of Nate at 8. And coming up for this edition of Nate at 8, discussing a series of things. Number one, drying conditions. They return tonight, continue into tomorrow. Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. That's when we'll notice those rain showers return. More rain than on tap for your Friday. But for Christmas Eve and into Christmas Day, it's really tomorrow night into Christmas Day. That's when we'll notice those rain showers returning. Similar timing, likely, with respect to what we just witnessed tonight into tomorrow, with that next round of some rain showers in sight. Our current temperatures now still residing upper 40s, some 50s in the mix. Just a lot of cloud cover in place still here for the first half of the night. We'll notice as the night does progress, we have some cooler, drier air filtering into the region. So eventually we'll notice these temperatures still drop off quite a bit as we extend into tomorrow morning. And during this time, we can get some clearing as we go into Wednesday, but I still see a lot of cloud cover holding tight even as we go throughout the day tomorrow, even despite a lot less precipitation by tomorrow morning, and not anticipating anything in terms of showers or drizzle for tomorrow, that we still could maintain a lot of cloud cover as we go through Wednesday. Again, I think even more than what Futurecast is showing is possible as we go throughout the day tomorrow. We'll be cooler. It's chilly. Highs climb just in the 40s. Winds are light and variable, but even that light wind can make it feel like it's into the upper 30s with highs in the lower 40s going throughout Wednesday afternoon. Notice then Wednesday night closer to and after midnight, Wednesday night into Thursday morning for Christmas Day. This is when we'll see these rain showers return. Coverage does look widespread with these showers overnight on Wednesday night. And it's possible some of these high resolution models have been hinting at within some of these heavier cells, maybe a rumble of thunder. It's maybe. I don't think it's a guarantee, but just something interesting to note that maybe a rumble of thunder could be heard as well overnight going into Thursday morning with those showers in place. By Thursday morning, then for Christmas Day, again, waking up to still some showers in place, but they don't look to stick around too long. I think by the time midday rolls around on Christmas Day, the showers have tapered off. We do not look to repeat what we had for today on Thursday. So just like we had for today, how it was still just damp and dreary, and that drizzle was with us all day long, on and off. I don't foresee that happening again on Christmas Day. I think we can see that in the morning, but it will likely taper off altogether and will not persist by the afternoon hours on Thursday and into Thursday evening. So later on the day, Thursday, I think that drizzle even will likely come to an end. From there, as we go into Friday, though, the following round of some precipitation is going to be in sight. Quickly returning, we'll notice that rain move back into the region for Friday morning. Maybe a brief period there of some wintry precipitation Friday morning. We still say it's interesting setup on Friday that I think a lot of a lot of the precipitation still rain, but we are watching there Friday morning that we've got a couple factors that could play into precipitation type. Number one is that we have that dry air that moves in later on Christmas Day that hinders this precipitation initially. So around daybreak on Friday and even shortly after, leading up to at least about 10 o'clock in the morning, this dry air can hinder precipitation. And at the same point, those temperatures during that time period are still likely near, maybe even below that freezing mark. And anytime we deal with that precipitation falling and this layer of dry air eating up this precipitation, we can get what's called wet bulbing, where these temperatures are actually cooling during this process. So that can keep our temperatures at even below freezing into the first half there Friday morning before we do see the system pulling in some warmer air, what we call warm air advection. So we're noticing some warmer air surge in with this system on Friday. So I do think, that being said, it's a little tricky in that regard, that there could be a narrow window of time of some wintry precipitation, I think, Friday morning. But ultimately, a lot of this is just going to end up as rain, likely as we go throughout Friday. Now, where this is likely to be more impactful Friday, it could be towards our east. So, outside of our area, if you're traveling into central PA, watch, because as we get even east of Pittsburgh, east of Washington, PA, that this can be more of an impactful winter storm for those areas that are dealing with piling up more ice into those locations. You can see that reflected in the future cast, that notice how much warmer we are compared to areas towards Johnstown, which are in the mid lower 20s towards central PA, while we're still in the 30s likely at this point. So it's just something to note. I don't foresee anything real significant for us on Friday, but just towards our east could be more of a significant winter storm with this, especially in terms of ice potential there towards central PA. So just something worth noting going through Friday. But Friday will be more of a washout. We have that rain again steady for most of the day. Rainfall amounts still look to be upwards of about a half of an inch. Nothing, not high enough amounts for any flooding concerns. And again, a lot of this precipitation is likely just as rain. So I think impacts for us look to be low on Friday, thankfully, and it's more of a nuisance than anything impactful. Now, Sunday, we're dealing with more showers. Yes, there will be rain showers that we'll deal with on Sunday. Can be widespread, maybe more of a steady rain on Sunday as well. We'll see. I think Friday and then past that Sunday are 2 days that are more of a washout, more wet days. Christmas Day is not a wet day, right? Some showers in the morning, but we're drying up in the afternoon. Not a whole lot of rain to begin with to begin the day on Christmas Day. But Friday and Sunday are 2 wet days as we go through this weekend. Now, Sunday's setup is we are noticing that rain showers for most of the time period, but this is a strong cold front passage on Sunday. So we are noticing temperatures just plummeting from Sunday morning all the way into Monday morning. Those highs in the 50s are likely centered around the first half of Sunday. And then we are dropping from the 50s into the 40s, 30s, and even 20s by Monday morning. So during this time, as temperatures are dropping, it'll be likely more Sunday night as temperatures are falling below freezing. And then continuing into Monday morning, we do have to watch because we, deal with the potential for some slick spots developing Sunday night. Yes, on the tail end of this, I think we can see some snow showers into Monday. I don't foresee much in terms of any snow accumulation. It's just more of the issue of lingering water on untreated surfaces, especially can freeze, and that's where we develop those slick spots or areas of ice overnight Sunday into Monday morning. So it's just something to keep in the back of our minds. To note that as we're coming home from the holiday weekend, again, maybe you have to go to work on Monday. It's just something to keep in the back of your mind. That don't get caught off guard with how different conditions are going to be from this weekend into Monday, and just how much colder Monday is going to be from this weekend. So keep that in mind. It's going to be very cold early next week. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're staying out, into a good portion of next week as well. And, not only want to pack, clothes for when it's more chilly than cold, but don't forget it's going to be very cold Monday, Tuesday. So you may want to pack some, still something, still chilly, but you want to pack some of this heavier clothing for some pretty cold temperatures likely returning going into early next week. So it's just something to note that early next week as well, that I would, watch for that we could deal with some pretty cold temperatures there into Monday and Tuesday as well, with those highs back in the 20s, lows in the teens, especially by Tuesday morning. It's going to be another shot of cold air that could linger into the new year. We'll see. Next week definitely looks colder with respect to what we had for this week, with these temperatures, even in the 50s by the time the weekend does roll around. Austin, good evening. Today was a muggy, wet day. I heard that we could probably get a possibility of snow on New Year's Day. Just mentioned that, Austin. Just mentioned that we can see some of the colder temperatures stick around going into next week. And yes, on top of that, the possibility of a white New Year, a snow on New Year's Day. Yes, I think that possibility is there. We were just getting into that, Austin. Good comment on the timing there. As we look ahead to next week, I think that possibility is there. So we'll deal with some snow showers Monday, and I think we can deal with some snow showers next Thursday. We'll see going into that time period on New Year's Day, next Wednesday night, going into next Thursday. I do think potential is there to pick up some snow. And if we can get at least that inch of snow, we could wake up to a white New Year, white snow with us on New Year's Day. I think it's possible. I do. It's obviously way too early to call any kind of snow accumulations forecast in that way, but is it possible? I do think it's possible. We'll keep an eye on it, and we've got some snow showers coming our way. We'll certainly keep an eye on it. Renee says, "Will there be fog Christmas Eve?" We could see some overnight into tomorrow. developing as the dry air moves in, though. It could be more centered around the first half of tonight, really, though. Uh, as we see some dry air move in, it can help uh, erode some of that fog for tomorrow morning. And in terms of fog, Christmas Eve, and outside of that, as we go through tomorrow, I think that we have we have a temperature inversion in place, which likes to keep some of these low level clouds around. And I think that could trap some of this cloud cover with us as we go through tomorrow. But I do think we have enough dry air moving into the surface that hopefully we can lessen any of the potential for fog lingering as we go through tomorrow as well. But we'll see. We had that setup in the last time we dealt with that foggy stretch there into Christmas Day. That's what we had in place was that temperature inversion, and we dealt with. We have a lot of dry air moving in, thankfully, but we did have a temperature aversion, which likes to trap, a lot of those low level clouds or fog in place. And we've seen it before that, yeah, it can be to the extent where it just lingers all day long. But I do think the dry air moving in will help, at least with the fog. But I think we can see some of those clouds stick around as we go through tomorrow. But looking dry for our Wednesday. By Thursday, then we'll see a return of showers for Christmas Day. Doesn't take around long, right? There initially in the morning. Even then, it's not really wet. Some showers in place initially for a Thursday morning on Christmas Day, and from there we will likely dry back up briefly, only to have more rain arrive Friday and another round of rain on Sunday, transitioning to some snow showers by Monday as temperatures really drop off. We have to keep an eye on Sunday. I think if there's going to be anything, a period there of more impactful weather, could be Sunday. And we'll also have to watch in terms of just some high wind potential there. You got a strong frontal passage, so we'll have to watch potential maybe for some gusty winds Sunday as well. With that frontal passage, especially, we can get a setup. Possibly, maybe we can get some gusty showers in the mix on Sunday with that frontal passage. So there's a lot of things that as we draw closer to the weekend, that will certainly iron out some further impacts to potentially watch for. But I think Sunday into Monday would be the number one time frame to watch, and we'll keep an eye on Friday. I think most of that precipitation Friday is going to be in terms of rain. Maybe we get a brief period there Friday morning of more of a wintry precipitation with temperatures still closer to freezing, but we'll give you the latest on that as we gain a little more confidence as well over the next couple of days. Austin says excited for the Christmas Eve edition of Nate at 8. Can't believe the cool down from Sunday to Monday. I know it's a sharp drop off. And keep in mind that's again, there's highs in the 50s Sunday. That's in the morning likely. So temperatures dropping throughout the day. So from Sunday morning to Monday morning is the cool down during that time period. That's likely the time that we'll see highs 50s to lows into the 20s. Big drop off certainly in temperatures though. Sharp cutoff in temperatures from Sunday and into Monday. And yes, coming up for the next edition of Nate at 8 on Christmas Eve, we're going to be, again, give you the latest on Friday and as well as Sunday and into Monday. And from there, I will be off the rest of the week. So, yes, make sure to stay tuned for the last edition of Nate at 8 coming up, the special edition there for Christmas Eve tomorrow evening. Thank you all so much, as always, for tuning in. I appreciate it. You can catch us coming up News 9 at 10 on Fox 9 News 9 tonight. Is with the NBA doubleheader. It will be coming up. I don't believe we have an 11 o'clock news tonight with the NBA games on the doubleheader, but we'll have some cut-ins there during the halftime of the game, so you can catch some of the updated weather info even during the halftime of those games. Coming up here, even with the halftime, the game currently ongoing, and then the game later on tonight as well. But News 9 at 10 on Fox 9. We'll be there from 10 to 11. Give you the latest. And as always, the next edition of Nate at 8. Have a great night. I'll see all of you on the next edition of Nate at 8.